recording. Hi, everyone. We have Dr. Clint Rogers on today, and we couldn't be more honored, grateful, moved to not only be having this discussion with him, but to witness his work and Dr. Naram's work, and to have them at Odyssey. This is a miracle in itself. And speaking of miracles, these two work them. Dr. Clint Rogers and Dr. Naram work side by side together, and Clint has been documenting Dr. Naram's work for how many years now?
Over 10 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. Incredible. Yeah. If Dr. Naram is known, actually, I'll let you take over a little on Dr. Naram, but he's, in my eyes, a miracle worker of ancient healing, and Clint has dedicated to helping Dr. Naram's mission and being a part of that. So thank you, Clint, for being on today, and please guide us through what it looks like in your life.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm actually I'm in India right now, and we just completed a week long of clinic days where people were flying in literally from all over the world. Wow. From Australia, from New Zealand, today there was like a big family from Saudi Arabia, from Lebanon, from Kuwait. We had some people coming. We had people coming from a lot from Dubai, from all parts of Europe, Italy, from Romania, from UK, from parts of Africa, Nigeria, Kenya. So they're all flying in. Just think of that. Just think of what that means. You pay the plane ticket, you fly somewhere, and lots of them, they'd never been to India before, you know, but this also happens wherever we have clinic. So it's not necessarily they're coming to India, but they're coming to see Dr. Naram, and they have about 5 minutes with him. So you pay for the plane ticket, you leave your work, you pay for the hotel for 5 minutes. So what are they doing? You know, when I first saw this, I called myself a skeptic. You know, so I was I'm still a university researcher, and then I gave a TEDx talk that Sarah saw, and I think Lindsay, I'm not sure if you saw that as well. But then just this book is the book that will be published right around the time of Odyssey. It's called Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. And the subtitle is A Western Skeptic, because that was me. So a Western skeptic, an Eastern master, that's Dr. Naram and Life's Greatest Secrets. I was so much a skeptic. So you go into this room with him, and you don't tell him anything. And he just puts his fingers on your pulse. Actually, this is a picture of Dr. Naram when he was younger, and his master that trained him. His master in this picture is 115 years, and Dr. Naram says 115 years young, you know? So this is an ancient lineage where they put their fingers on your pulse, and based on how your pulse jumps, they can tell you what's happening in your body, mind, and emotions. And so, like, it's a predictable science. But to me, when I first saw it, I'm thinking, this is like palm reading. Let's just get out the crystal ball. And, you know, like, I want science, you know? I want to have facts and figures. And if this was so cool of a thing, then how come more people don't know about it? You know, I had all these doubts. In fact, the first time I met Dr. Naram, I was interviewing him for a program called 10 Days to Touch 10 Million. I'm also CEO of an organization called Wisdom of the World, which is we want to see what are the best things exist on planet Earth and how more people can benefit from them. And so we had this project. We were spreading inspirational messages during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Okay, if I tell this story?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, your stage.
So we had all this lineup of famous celebrities, like movie stars or athletes or, you know, public speakers or musicians that I wanted to interview. And the whole idea was, how do we decrease depression and suicide during the holidays, you know? And so we had these little media messages we're sending out, and we're trying to reach 10 million people in 10 days. And so I went to my friend who knows a lot of famous people, and I said, Gail, can you introduce me to some of these people? I know that you know them, and this is a message I believe is worthy. And so she read the list. First of all, she's like, I want to help you. She read the list, and she's like, you know what? I don't think you have the right people. I was like, what do you mean? These are the people I want. She's like, you know, oftentimes people's public persona is different from their private life. And I don't think they actually match your message. So I was like all defeated. I'm like thinking, if she just not want to introduce me to the people, then just say, you know, whatever. But then she said, you know, 2 people you want to meet. And she told me about 2 people. And one of them was Dr. Naram. So I said, tell me about him. She says, yeah, he's a master healer. He's helped people like the Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, you know, Nelson Mandela. And I wasn't interested in interviewing a master healer for this event. First of all, because no one knew about him. And second of all, it sounded like borderline weirdo stuff, you know? So then I'm like, but it was amazing because I was in the venue where then he happened to be at an event. I mean, this tells you, like, are things coincidence or, you know? So he, right at that time, he was walking down the hallway with another person. And so Gail, before I could even protest her weird idea, before I could protest, and then I'm meeting this man who's, you know, about a foot shorter than me, wearing this white Nero suit. Actually, see if I have a picture of him here. Just on the back of the book, you can see, you know, kind of how he dresses, wearing this white Nero style suit, you know, and this is in like a super fancy 5-star LA hotel. And I'm like, you know, he just stood out so clearly. And we only had a short conversation, but I liked him, you know. I was like, I like this guy. So we did the interview, and at the end of the interview, you know, we finished up, and he, you know, we're done. And he's like, what's your work you do? And I told him I'm a university researcher, and I teach courses on technology innovation and all this kind of stuff. And then he said, oh, I have a technology. I said, what technology? Because he just asked for, literally had just asked for my phone number. He pulls out this old Nokia handset, and he doesn't know how to put my phone number in it. So he's asking me if I can help him and then teach him how to send a text message. And he was like so excited every time he did one little thing, you know, like a little kid. He's like, oh. He's like, this is amazing. So when he told me he had a technology, I'm like, what technology? He's like, you know, I have a technology, goes back thousands of years, and I've already helped more than 1 million people from 108 countries. So he told me about his master, who is Baba Ram Dass. I showed you a picture already. I'll show you again. So this is his master, Baba Ram Dass. He lived to be 125. Then his master had a master. Actually, this is still another picture of Baba Ram Dass when he was about 115.
Wow.
Had a master, lived to be 145, had a master. The original master was Jivaka. He was the physician for Buddha, and this is his picture.
That's amazing.
That's
I was reading this in the book.
I just read this last night.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The book too. Yeah.
Great. I love it. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. So Jivaka was the physician for Buddha.
Wow.
An unbroken lineage of healers. You got it. Nice. I like to see that. So he told me about this technology, and the technology he told me about, each master, this is amazing. Each master wrote in these ancient manuscripts. So this is a picture I took of them. So these ancient scrolls, you can kind of see them there.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't write in these until they'd either lived to be 100 years old or seen more than 500,000 people.
Wow.
You know, so it's based on experience. Like, they know what works and what doesn't work at that point in time.
Wow.
You know, and they're all living to 125 or older. So what are they doing we're not doing? You know?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Anyway, so then he told me, I asked him, what is this pulse healing? What is this even? And so he told me about it. He's like, would you like an experience? I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? You know, it's not hurting me, and I'm curious. What's he going to say? So he puts his fingers on my wrist. I can't demonstrate it for the camera because I'm holding the camera. But essentially, he puts 3 fingers on my wrist. And then he closes his eyes, and like in 10 seconds, he's like telling me things about myself. And he's like, oh, sometimes you get some stomach problem. I'm like, yeah, but probably most people do. He's like, sometimes you get some headache. I'm like, yeah, probably most people sometimes get a headache, you know? So then he says, what you have, no problem. You're mostly healthy. You have an imbalance of pitta. I'm like, why is he making up words? You know, it's like, and I put this in the book, but it's like someone just makes up a word. You know, in the book I said, I could just tell you, Sarah, oh, you have a beep, bop, boop imbalance, but don't you worry, because I have the cure in this bottle for just $100. You can solve this big problem, you know, very big problem. I didn't know any of these words he was using, and it just sounded so strange. So that was my skeptical side. And then at the end of it, he's like, you know, I'm just questioning him more and more. Finally, he's like, you know what? You should come to India and you should see what happens. But I had no interest in going to India. Like, I don't know why. I never, maybe people watching this, you watching this right now, you have a desire to go to India, or you've been to India, you know you love it, but I didn't ever have that in me. It never was in me to go to India. I traveled a lot. That same year I met Dr. Ram, I was in 40 countries for the work I was doing.
Wow.
But I'd never wanted to go to India for some reason. You know, I wouldn't mind it, but I didn't have any purpose to go there. So yeah, fast forward the story. I didn't want to go to India, but then I met this very beautiful woman that loved India and loved this ancient healing. And so in the effort to impress her, I told her I could introduce her to this healer. So just because of that, I went to India. And yeah, then fast forward 10 years later, I've seen stuff I can't even, if I tell people that were part of my life before this and haven't talked to me since, they'll think I'm crazy. Like, even what happened this last 4 days, even what happened today, like today what happened, like the people who came and the transformations that happened and the wide variety of stuff. Like one man who came from Saudi Arabia in a wheelchair, by the end of it was walking. All his family, everyone in the whole clinic was clapping, you know, like very emotional. People with frozen shoulder, full mobility, people with congestive heart failure, seeing complete reversal, people with kidney problems, infertility. Yeah, in comas. One of my favorite cases in the last couple of days, this couple came, they've been trying to have a baby for 6 years. 6 years. They saw my TEDx talk 6 months ago, came to see Dr. Naram, started doing the herbs. After 4 months, they came just this time to say they're pregnant. I'm so excited to have the baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm on this journey with you right now. We both are reading it. We're on the journey. It's completed. I'm in the back of the book. These are just some of my notes. Alarms. I have alarms in my phone now of the messages that you've written here. And I couldn't tell me how many times I've just been in tears. Like Daniel was making breakfast the other morning, and I was just like, "God, I want to go!" Like, it's amazing. I feel like I have witnessed. I was just texting her. I was like, "Unicorns exist. Yeah. You gotta read this book. Unicorns exist
with science."
Yes, with science. The work that you guys are doing. Yeah. You're like the magnifying glass on Dr. Naram. You're this, or the telescope, where you've just become the bridge. So that all of us can see and be a part of his work. I don't know if you know how important what you're doing is. Like, it makes me emotional. But you're saving lives, Clint. You are the telescope that is connecting us over, and being a part and watching what you're doing, your dedication. I just was speaking to you, and you were putting blankets on homeless people. You work with kids in orphanages and trying to get shoes. I don't know very many people. There's 5 maybe in my life that do the kind of service that you do, and it's just astounding. You guys are amazing. This work is real, and what Dr. Clint Rogers is talking about right now is documented. You guys can do the search on Google, do a little typing in Dr. Naram or Dr. Clint Rogers, see his TED Talks, see Dr. Naram's works. There's documentaries and interviews of him where people are, like Clint's saying, walking in and walking out cured. And there is a process to this. Can you give us a little of how this might work? It's not just pressure points and moving energy, although that's a really big part, but it's 6 steps. Is that correct? 6 forms of healing?
Yeah, beautiful. First of all, you talk about, so thank you for what you said. It really touched my heart. You know, like I even felt the emotion of it. I'm like, because it's hard. It doesn't always register.
Yeah.
You know, and then some days like today, where like 30, 40 people like flew from around the world just because they saw the TEDx talk, and to hear the pain they were in before, really pain, real diseases, real suffering, or real emotional struggle, and then to see it at the other side of it, just they're just joy. You know, getting their life back again. And yeah, it just feels like, oh, I did something good. And it feels so fun. And it's so fun to hear you say, it's like reading this book is like someone telling me unicorns are real and convincing me of something. Like, that's really fun. So, as whoever's watching this right now, first of all, so beautiful you're watching this. There's a reason why you're watching this. And for one of two reasons, I think. Either you're feeling pain or someone you love is in pain. And it's unnecessary. It doesn't have to be that way. Or you're discovering your purpose, And the one thing I love about this as well is it's not just about getting rid of disease. It's about what do you do with your life when you have it. And there's ancient secrets that his master teaches about, he says 95% of people on the planet don't know what they want. They don't know. So 3% of people, he says, know what they want, but they don't know how to achieve it. They just don't have the right technology or tools. 2% of people know what they want. 1% know what they want and they achieve it, but in the process, they can't enjoy it because they get heart problem, back problem, blood pressure problem, relationship problem, children problem. 1% of people, they know what they want and they achieve it and they enjoy it. And so this ancient lineage, it's called Siddha Veda, is about helping people discover what they want, achieve it, and then enjoy it. And just one moment, someone's at the door. Okay. Yeah. I'm on a live call right now, so I'm just going to continue the live call. But I'll introduce you to these wonderful people coming in right now. Coming from clinic, and it is 1:27 a.m. is Dr. Giovanni Brinciavoli, who you met in the book.
We just read about you.
I thought you were describing me like the age.
Here's Sandhya. You actually see a picture of her in the most recent version of the book. She comes from Japan. She studied with Dr. Ram for almost how long?
7 years.
7 years.
Wow.
Giovanni is from Italy. He's a medical doctor, trained with Dr. Ram for more than 24 years.
24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here's Radu. He comes from Romania, and he studied with Dr. Ram for how long?
1 year and a little bit.
1 year and a little bit.
Wow.
And his story is
Incredible.
amazing too. He just from YouTube videos, like we post these YouTube videos you've seen, just from the YouTube videos. He's an architect by trade.
Wow.
He had joint pain, problem with his intestines, and could not sleep at night. And so like, what do? You feel horrible every day. Joint pain, can't sleep, no energy. He watched one video that gave a home remedy for joint pain. So he would mix it in the morning, like turmeric powder, ginger powder, ghee. I don't know where you got it from, the ingredients, but you ordered it from some Indian store. Or...
I started, they're there to buy, but then I started to order the good ones from Indian store.
Yeah, and he said the taste was not what he expected because he's used to Romanian food. And then he said, having this every day, but in 1 week, what happened?
Yeah, it drops about 50%.
Yeah, his
Wow.
joint pain in 1 week from watching a YouTube video dropped 50%.
Wow.
So then he's like, I should do this more. And in a short period of time, all his joint pain went away, sleeping perfectly, all his indigestion, all the intestinal problems gone.
Wow.
Then he got so much kick on it. He's like, why don't I help more people with this?
Oh.
And so just anyone comes in his life has a problem. Like this one woman came in his life. She was in menopause, not had a period for 2 years. And he saw a video that we posted with Amrapali's secret that's in the book. So one of Jivaka's patients was Buddha, this ancient physician, but another one was Amrapali, the most beautiful woman in the world. She was 65, but the king who was 35 fell in love with her. And so she had a secret. And he actually gave this remedy to her. 2 years of not having a period officially in medical terms mean you're in menopause. According to Giovanni, it's Western medicine says impossible.
Very impossible.
Yeah, but she started having her period again like she was 20 years, 30 years younger. And he said she had so much mess up with finances and stuff, but when she had her hormones balanced, she had the energy, the presence of mind, the optimism to clean up all the messes in her life.
Wow.
And he helped her do that just from watching these videos.
Wow. Incredible.
In
She got
3 weeks,
back.
she got her period back after 2 years.
Wow. We're
Yeah,
joining.
amazing.
we're coming over. We'll be right there. Give us about 18 hours.
Yeah, and then in the very first chapter of the book, you read about Dr. Giovanni. And that
Yeah,
beautiful
we
story
have
with
you.
robot.
Great. Oh, you have it. Great.
Yeah, I just want to say to them, because they haven't heard, but when she sent me a comment, she's like, reading your book, it's so exciting because you're like showing me unicorns are real. and it's proven scientifically. Yeah.
You guys are incredible.
So
You're
now
incredible.
the people on this call is these two wonderful people here, and then everyone who's coming to this event or thinking about coming to this event called Odyssey in Hawaii. And this event helps people learn about transformation of themselves, of their community, of the planet. Any message you want to share to these wonderful people watching?
No, so this is a wonderful, how you say, project. Wonderful plan. Wonderful plan. So the planet needs badly what we're
Yes.
doing. Yeah.
You
So
too.
I give blessings to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Good. Anything you want to share?
Wishing you a great experience in Hawaii and a wonderful transformation to
Thank you so much. Thank you for your service.
If I have to say something, just try to do something so people will be less confused than before. The people should not make confusions. Bad is bad and good is good. This should be clear, not confused one with the other. So if you could do this,
Thank you.
thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, what a gift, huh? So we're at the clinic, and they saw more than 100 people today with Dr. I'm helping them, and now it's at like almost 2 a.m. and look at them, so bright and full of love.
Incredible.
You guys are on fire. It's
Yeah.
contagious all the way across the world. We can feel you.
Yeah. I don't
It's
even remember what I was
amazing.
talking about, but I think I was talking about purpose, right? And 1% of people know what they
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
they achieve it, and they enjoy it. So these masters preserve these secrets for how you do that. And one of the things we're going to be doing in Odyssey is walking people through this first process. How do you even discover what you want? And so that's a really exciting thing that we're going to do. So if you're on the edge, everyone watching about coming, you got to come to experience this. From this ancient process, which by the end of it, it's not about, like there's people in this world that have an idea about success, but a lot of it's toxic because you do it at the expense of your health, at the expense of Mother Earth, at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
But this is a way you can do it in a non-toxic, long-term, predictable way. Super success.
So important.
We are so excited. My toes are tingling. My hands are tingling. I like, if only I was there in the room to watch you guys, I would feel like this is a complete success. It's what a blessing to be able to actually meet part of the team.
Yeah.
It's so
Incredible.
cool. If you guys haven't, when is the book out? Because I want to pre-order already.
Yeah, good. So there is a pre-registration link people can click on. If you go to
Great.
ancienthealing.com, you can find books and you can click on Ancient Secrets of Master Healing and pre-register there. And it'll come out in May. And in May is when we'll do a big, beautiful, so many cool things. And and it's fun. I on the most recent version, I just spent 3 days with the Dalai Lama a couple months ago. And then I got invited into one of the main temples, and the main oracle for the Dalai Lama on their letterhead wrote such a beautiful endorsement. He says, my blessing and prayer is on this book and the millions who will read it, that their lives will be blessed with deep healing, happiness, and peace of mind. So cool, huh?
So beautiful.
What? It's just
Incredible.
miracles. It's a book of miracles. And I want to add that he actually, although he's just teased us, Lindsay was texting, she's like, is it just supposed to say insert? Because I really want what it's supposed to say. But the book will be filled with tips, right? You're going to the actual copy that's going to be released is going to have ways that people can start actually healing themselves in certain forms. You're going to insert recipes and actionable items in there, right?
Yeah, it's like it'll be like a Bible of home remedies. So the version you have doesn't have it, but I'll show you because you have an advanced reader copy. But in the actual version, you'll like here, this is so cool. So this is the most recent edition, and you can see like this is 3 ancient healing secrets for helping someone come out of a coma, and it shows you which points to press, what are the home remedies,
Amazing.
This one is here. It's 3 ancient healing secrets to help you calm your mind, rebalance your perspective, and stimulate positive emotions.
Ooh.
That's all there. There's ones about headaches, about decreasing blood pressure, about, I mean, so many things. So
Even
like
manifesting,
here.
right?
What's that?
Even part of it that I really wanted to dive in more to was even about like manifesting, how to create the life you want through practices.
Yep. So how to have healthy hormones, how to discover what you want, and then how do you achieve that, and and how to do it in a long-term, predictable, non-toxic way.
Or get young, so we had the secrets to youth. We'll add that in there. I think we're hopping on. I feel so blessed. I feel like just the giddy. I'm confident this is only beginning personally, like how I'm feeling. I'm just gonna elope and follow and join the tribe. Like, how can we become more? But I want to get in just a few tips for everyone watching that you can, if people can't come to Odyssey right now, what are some things they can do? Like possibly go to the website and watching the videos, or like eat healthy. What are some tips that people can start doing right now to start their transformation?
Yeah, beautiful. So first of all, you want to see what kind of a burning desire do you have, you know? And for most of us, we aren't wise enough to change habits until there's some big pain, you know, until we're desperate. So if you have a big pain, it's a gift, because you can have a much healthier, happier life than even before that pain came. But if you're in a beautiful space where you don't have a pain motivating you, then what's your burning desire? You really have to find that out. Because to change certain habits or lifestyle, oftentimes it takes a great motivator, a great burning desire. So you just want to tap into that. In fact, I was eating breakfast with two of my friends the other day, and she said, you know, everything is beautiful, but I just don't know. It's like I don't feel any pain in my body very much, just little things. And the diet you're recommending is, you know, it's just so different from what I'm used to. And I said to her, you know, you're right. Actually, I think you don't have a big enough reason to change your diet. So here's what I recommend. Keep going the path that you're going for now until your body breaks down and you have some diseases come and you feel desperate. And then you'll feel motivated to change. Because right now you don't feel motivated, and it's not a big enough deal.
Yeah.
And
so
you know what she did? She changed that same day. She changed her diet, and she told me about even just 2 weeks later, she had like 50% more energy than she'd ever had in her life.
Wow.
You know?
Sometimes it's that little comment, that one statement, profound, that can change somebody's life.
Yeah, a single idea sometimes can change someone's life, and you never know who you can bless. And the one thing I'd say, something that motivates me even more than myself is who do you love? And you know, do you want them to live a longer, healthier, happier life? And is someone you love in pain? And can you prevent someone that you love from going into a very painful position? Like, what if you could teach your kids this when they're young, and they can avoid so much sickness and so much disease that's unnecessary? You know, or discover their purpose. One thing I say in the TEDx talk I gave is even if you are doing a job that isn't aligned with your purpose, you can get sick. It creates dis-ease and then disease. You know, and I'm so grateful for what you're doing with No More. You really figured out something that you feel passionate about. There's a need on the planet, and you created such high quality products, and with your heart. You know, so you're doing it.
We did,
and it's so beautiful. That's why I love it. You don't have to be the biggest company, but if you have that purity and that passion, then you're making the world a better place. And it's inevitable that you're going to serve people and change people's lives, and people are attracted to it. Like everyone on this call, they're just like, I want to know what they're doing because I trust them.
We both lived through experiences of suffering, and like Lindsay's background, there was a lot of mental illness with her, all of her ancestors on both sides, even suicide. So that's also what Dr. Naram works with. So even if somebody doesn't have a physical ailment, this does affect emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. You know, even in chapter 2, the whole portion of it was how do you help people that are depressed, suicidal? Because that's where my heart came into it in this whole story and meeting Dr. Ram. So if you're feeling emotional pain or mental pain or spiritual pain, it's just as real as physical pain. Sometimes physical pain is easier because you can just identify exactly where it is.
Yeah, so true.
And if you're experiencing that now, even if it's generational, there's ways to break that and reprogram yourself. Because we're all programmed from our DNA or from our parents or something. But we can actually take responsibility to tap into, Dr. Ram says there's conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. And there's a certain process where you can go beyond conscious, beyond subconscious, superconscious, discover really who are you and what are you meant to be here, and bring that all through and help reprogram your current existence to align with that purpose you have, which is you're here for a reason. There's no accident. You're here. And even when you're feeling this pain, it can serve a purpose. You know.
I think Dr. Naram says, and you quote him in the book, that 90% of physical trauma that somebody's experienced or ailment, it comes from childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Emotion that we might have stuck somewhere in our body, and that's why moving this energy is so imperative.
Yeah.
It's why our mental health is so imperative, because it will cause disease.
Yeah, so beautifully said.
What is a challenge you can leave everybody with today? One actionable item that they can start doing, like some homework of some sort.
Yeah, you know, it's actually another thing that's in this book, really, that I love it, is at the end of every chapter, there's actually questions that I ask people to answer. And I want to just have you actually answer the first three, even though you haven't read the first chapter. But these three questions, because it's just it's so critical, especially for where you're at right now in your life if you're watching this. So the first question is, who do you love? You know, actually the way the whole book opens up is, it just says, you know, this is a quote, "I didn't come to teach you. I came to love you, and love will teach you."
Oh, I love that.
So I can give you all kinds of home remedies and Marma points right now, but will you do it? Is a question. If you would do it, I would give it to you, but also it's specific lots of times. Are you struggling with blood pressure, cholesterol? So, but this is universal. First of all, identifying who do you love? And then the second is, what do you want? You know, answering the second question, what do you want for yourself and for those you love? What do you want? And just free flow of thoughts. Don't have a judgment on it. So who do you love? What do you want for yourself and for those you love? Starting with those two questions is a big place to start. And then the third thing is just watch the TEDx talk I gave, because there's three other questions that can help you drill down even more specific into what you want, help you flesh that out more. And it'll give you a good, oh, sorry. I got so excited about it. It'll also give you a good primer for being in Odyssey with us. And what you're going to experience and the benefits of it all.
So excited.
Gosh,
So good.
it's so big. I feel like it's like ginormous, huge, big. I'm bringing in a herd of unicorns. I've experienced part of what you were talking about in your book, where you were saying like you're trying to tell people and it's like a deer in headlights. And I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, you can heal right now." And she's like, "Well, we'll talk about this later." And I'm like, "No, really, you can." The key is that you do really have to want to do the work. And now we're, you know, these guys are, Dr. Naram and the team and Dr. Clint Rogers are the beacon of light, showing you that it's possible for you. So it is up to you, the viewer, the audience who's watching this, to do the work. It's up to you to do the work. If you say yes, the solution does exist. We're so grateful for you. We want to know everywhere you want us to go follow and stalk you. Do you have a Facebook? Do you have just a website? Where do we go to find more of you?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually started Dr. Naram's YouTube channel about 8-9 years ago.
Wow.
And it's so fun. He still doesn't know how to use email, but I just record him different places, post videos that all have value. I created a Facebook page for him and for me. You find it under Dr. Clint G. Rogers. So I just show it. I don't know if it's all backwards on the screen or not. Dr. Clint G. Rogers.
Perfect. Yeah.
I started Instagram for the first time last year, which is fun.
Yeah.
And and then basically we want to be of service to you. And my goal is to help let more people know. Yeah, it's not a quick fix. It's about deeper healing. And people should just know this is a choice. Like they may not choose it, but just to know it's an option.
Right.
To choose this. and how much it can heal you and on every level. So I'm excited for just for everyone who's on this this call, just for you to know, yeah, there's some reason why you're discovering this now.
Yeah.
And there's a wave that's coming, and it's so fun to be a part of it. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than Dr. Ram. It's bigger than any of us. So if our hearts feel called to be part of healing on this planet, then this is an amazing instrument. Even Dr. Ram worked with Mother Teresa. She got mad at him. She's like, "Why did you not meet me 20 years earlier?" You know, because she'd hug people, and those people would feel so good for that 5 minutes. But then their kidney problem would come, or their liver problem would come back, or their skin problem. And she actually loved them. So she'd try to get them the best medication from Germany, from Italy, from US, and she'd see, does it help? And she'd know it either doesn't help or it suppresses the problem, has side effects. And because she cared so much, she told, when she first met Dr. Ram and he helped her, she would just call him and say, go help this person. And you know, Mother Teresa tells you this, you jump.
Yeah.
And she'd follow up. And she'd find out it worked.
Wow.
And it helped people. So she says, you know, your work is so beautiful. I love people. And in a way, according to me, this is love in action in one of the best ways possible, because you have a tool which people can actually transform their lives.
Wow.
So if you want to be a part of real transformation on the planet, have instruments or keys that really can unlock that. Then this is like a golden opportunity to discover, you know, first by reading the book and then applying it to your own life, and then seeing how that you can help heal yourself and then heal others.
Beautiful.
On so many levels, and just to track your purpose. You know, like this just goes so far in what this work can do. It's just incredible, Clint. Thank you so much for all the work. You're up at 2 a.m.
Yes.
Now, almost 2 a.m. We're up to 2 a.m. on this call with us. After a long day in the clinic healing people, and we're just so grateful. And I really hope you know how important it is, the work that you personally are doing, shining this light. You're just a light on it, and we wouldn't have seen without you. So thank you so much.
And thank you. And same to you. You guys are doing such an important work. And everyone on this call, look forward to seeing you at Odyssey. Find a way to get there. Because it'll change your life. And I want to meet you. I want to know what's happening.
Yeah. We have actually one fun thing left. You get to come up with one word, and somebody watching this video can enter to win a free ticket. We're going to give a free ticket away, and they're going to email us the one word that you give. So give us one word that somebody can send to us.
Unicorn.
Yeah! I can do your book review on the back. Unicorns do exist by Sarah. Thank you, truly, and I'll be in touch soon. We love you. Mwah.
All right.
And can't wait to see you.
Namaste. Lots of love from India.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.